Oi family, and welcome to another episode of Let's Catch Up with Sherani. I am here today with my friend and celebrity guest, acting inspector of the St. Lucia Police Force, Shervon Matthieu.
Oi family, what's up?
Shervon, welcome to my home.
Thank you.
It's really nice to have you here. Now, Shervon, you are a well-decorated police officer. I don't have all of the information. So would you mind just sharing with our family some of what you've achieved in your career?
Well, I've been a police officer for the past 15 years. I spent most of my time working at the investigative unit, that's the major crime unit, and CID, and right now I'm at the CID in Grosley. I did a short stint at the Barbono police station where I learned a lot of community policing, because Barbono, you do everything at the Barbono station, from traffic duties, dealing with a lot of domestic issues and stuff like that, going to the schools. But I love policing, and I love going out there and speaking to persons about crime and crime safety, how to keep their home safe, or their environment
Wonderful.
safe.
Yes.
Yeah.
We need that.
Yeah, we do. Throughout my career, I have penned 2 handbooks on crime safety, in 2018 and 2019, respectfully. I've done numerous videos on crime safety, on what to do if you're a victim of a robbery, traffic safety.
Right.
I've done date rape and date rape drugs. I've done a video on that. I've done I've done quite a few. What to do at a crime scene, because we have a lot of problems where when the crime is committed, a lot of people like to encroach on those crime scenes. And
Yes.
I've done so much. Along with my other police work. I do all this voluntarily. When I wrote those 2 handbooks, I gave them out freely to St. Lucians, but
Wonderful.
I was assisted by the Jean Credit Union. They were the ones who assisted me in printing those handbooks.
Well, Shervon, let me say congratulations on all of your success. We've been friends a short while, a couple of weeks, and I have to say, for a person of your celebrity, you've achieved so much in the police force, in your career, and you're really a down-to-earth, really cool guy. I really appreciate you coming today. Now, one of the things we were talking about this morning, we were talking about how women, in particular, the female gender, how women can protect themselves when they're on the road exercising. And I feel like you are credible to speak to our family about this topic, because as I said this morning to you, Shervon, I am a person who likes to exercise. A lot of times I go walking, I go running. And in fact, I was a part of a really cool workout group, and I used to leave home every morning after 4. And then after a while, I started feeling very afraid. There was some activity in the area, and after that I couldn't build my confidence back up to leave the house that early. And I live in a pretty, what you would consider to be a safe, nice area. So it's timely, and I want you to tell me and our family, how can women keep themselves safe on the road when they're exercising?
All right.
And sorry, Inspector, and also if you could go a bit further and say, God forbid, if anything is to happen, how do we handle ourselves during such incidents?
All right. I've heard so many horror stories about ladies going out to walk, especially on a morning, even on an afternoon as well. I've heard stories where ladies have been raped. There have been situations where mentally unstable persons have tried to do or done sexual acts, like the simple putting out their genitals and showing it off to those ladies. But one of the most things we need to keep in mind as a lady when you're going out to exercise in the morning is always prepare for the worst. Always prepare that if somebody is going to attack you. Now, one of the things that they could do, a lot of persons have their pets, dropped on, especially in the morning. I want to encourage ladies, if you're going out and walk, there's nothing wrong in holding something like you have a piece of stick or something in your hand. If a dog tries to attack you, you could probably chase it away. And that same piece of stick could be used as a weapon if somebody attacks you.
Inspector, allow me to interject. I was told, someone told me, I don't know if it's true, someone told me that it is illegal to bring stuff like pepper spray and what you call it, the tasers,
Yeah.
into the island.
Well,
Because,
the-
because that's what I wanted to
right.
carry.
The pepper spray is under the there's a section in the criminal code that speaks of a noxious substance. Now, pepper spray is a noxious substance. All right, it's illegal to use it against somebody, but at the same time, I know of persons that have it, and I know normally when some of us police officers, when we get women with those things, based on what is happening right now, we tend not to take it away from them. But I think that we probably need to move into an age where the powers that be, they make some certain amendments to allow women to carry those pepper spray for their safety, because there's so much happening now. Also the taser, I know the legislation is just not put in place yet, but I think this is something that that they're looking into, especially when we the police go to pick up mentally unstable persons.
Right.
Yeah, it's like a non-lethal type of weapon.
Yeah, and the thing is, so a friend of mine, actually she lives down the road, a neighbor, she was saying to me that someone had befriended her.
Right.
Walking, you know, when you walk, you see all sorts of people, and you say you get into a routine where you know who you're gonna see where.
Along the way, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So someone befriended her, and then after probably a month in, he robbed her.
Right.
You know, and that compounded my fear for getting up early.
Oh,
so
yeah.
now what I do, I exercise in the afternoon after work, so I'm home before late o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So you said in your your just now presentation that the pepper spray, the tasers, they're illegal. What if I have one
Right.
or the other and someone attacks me and I use it? I defended myself, but I'm still carrying something that's illegal. Am I going to be charged for having it?
Well, based on the investigation, if it was done within the course of the commission of an offense, now it's like you defending yourself. It's like self-defense. More than likely, what will happen is that the police will take that item and place it into a seal bag.
Of course, yes.
Because you would be the victim. Right? You're defending yourself. It's just like that person is coming to kill you and you defend yourself.
Of
like
course.
you take the weapon that they have and then you use it back.
God forbid.
Back on them. Yeah. But as I said, preparation again. You know, prepare yourself when you're leaving home. Let somebody know that you're going out to work. You know, I'm your friend. Say, hey, Shervon, I'm going out to work tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. So, you know, if it's 6:30 and Sherani is not there, I would like, but hey, where's Sherani?
Yes.
Okay, she went to work at VG. So we could start the search for her at
that
VG.
point,
Right.
yes.
A lot of persons normally geotag themselves. And when I say geotag themselves, on a morning or it could be on an afternoon, before they leave home, they would take a photo and they put it on social media. Exercise at VG or whatever. You're giving the persons the opportunity to know where you are.
Oh.
Not just attacking you, but going to your home to break and enter your home. Because if you live on your own, they will say, okay, Sherani is at VG working now. That gives me an hour and a half to bring into our home.
Shervon, that's a lesson, not just for our family, but for me. Because anyone who knows me knows I like to take images for memories. I snap a flower, a snail, like everything. I like to take pictures and I post them, I share them. Now, a lot of what I do is delayed. I post after the fact. But that's a lesson for me and a lot of our family members to not do that, because I learned that in the US as well. Yeah.
Once I took a photo, I was exercising, and a friend of mine messaged me, and she was like, "Oh, you tell people don't geotag themselves when they go out to exercise." I tell them, "No, I'm home already." That's why I posted the photo. I'm not walking. I'm not out walking anymore. All right.
Good.
Headphones. A lot. Headphones. They normally right now we have headphones that cancel out the sound.
Yes.
Okay. You going to walk or run with that headphone in your ear would would basically put you into a world where you don't even know what is happening around you.
You're not cognizant.
You're not cognizant of what is happening around you. So I want to encourage the ladies, you know, to get rid of the headphones. I'm not saying some people, you know, they need a music when they're going out to exercise or whatever. But if you go out to exercise in groups, which is another point I'm coming to, you'll have something to talk about. You know? Instead of the headphones, you know, 2 of us, 3 of us are there. We see something, we speak about it.
Right.
Yeah, because the headphone totally blanks you out of what is happening. A vehicle could run over you. Somebody could easily snatch your phone in your hand. All right. One of the other things is these days it gets dark really early.
It
And
does,
for persons
yes.
who go to walk on an afternoon, I'm just encouraging you to try to do this quickly and try and get back home before it gets really dark. Okay, and again, let somebody know where you're going to, so that
Yes.
that we'll be able to keep track of you. All right.
No, Inspector, let me ask you,
Mhm.
is it better, okay, am I completely safe if I'm walking with a group of people? Maybe 2, 3, 4?
Yeah, it's better. There's always strength in numbers. Okay, because let's say for instance somebody's coming to attack you as part of the group, your other pairs will be able to defend you, or the other they will be able to quickly call the emergency line for
Right.
assistance. So there's always strength in numbers. So could you imagine you're going to walk on your own and somebody attacks you?
Now, another question on this same vein. What about the phones? Because some people say, like, there are times when I say, I want to make sure I have my phone
Yeah.
in case anything happens.
Yeah.
And then there's another time when I'm saying, I don't want to have anything to
Before somebody
attract
grabs it from you. Well,
anyone to me.
there's an
Yeah.
advantage and a disadvantage of having the phone when going walking. One, it will help you call for help. A simple twisting of your ankle and you probably far away from the road.
True.
You need to call somebody. So can you imagine you twist your ankle and you have no phone?
And you're
But at
right,
the
I
same
did
time-
twist my ankle.
Right.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when you go out to walk with your phone, all right, if you're not able to defend yourself like me, it's always good to conceal your phone. Put your phone away, tuck it into if you have your tights or whatever you have, and conceal it so that persons will not see what you have. Even the jewelry, when you're going out to train, leave your jewelry at home, because somebody could easily snatch your chain from your neck, especially if you're walking alone. And the guys are so brave right now. Recently there was a situation where a couple went out exercising in the VG area, and somebody attacked them.
So this couple was out and they got attacked. So you're not even safe with your significant other walking. That is alarming.
Right, and that's why I always encourage women to take self-defense classes.
Mm-hmm.
It's always important. Self-defense classes help you both mentally and physically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I used to train with Cobra Fitness,
Right.
and that's one of the things that Anthony does. He teaches self-defense, and that's one of the things he promotes as well, walking in a group.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
these things were on point. What about the attire? Because sometimes when women are assaulted, people are saying, oh, but ignorant people, forgive me,
Your tights.
are saying that, oh, she up and down in tights.
Yeah.
You know, it's like she's
Too much
looking
was
for
exposed.
attention. But what do you wear to exercise? It's the exercise attire.
Right.
What do you think about? What is your position on this?
When it comes to the attire, I know.
Don't
some
you probably like to see it, Inspector? Do not.
I do. I do. I'm a man.
Yes,
The flesh is weak, so
Yeah.
yeah, I do. Yeah, a lot of people say that a lot of the women, they show off too much. But that's how they feel comfortable. All right. You see, we need to learn to respect women. Okay. The men need to learn to respect the women, not because a woman is dressed with her tights or whatever. That's how she feels comfortable in going out to exercise. That gives you no reason for you to attack her, or for you to try to rape her.
Exactly. So if I'm wearing my tights,
Yeah.
it doesn't give you the right to come and take my virginity.
Right.
Go ahead, Inspector.
But
I know we're laughing, but it's such a serious
Yeah, it
matter
is.
because it's getting more crucial. People are afraid to leave their houses.
Oh yeah.
People are afraid to exercise. I remember when I was growing up, we played outside in the streets.
Now you remember? Okay, let me go back. Remember my first point? I said that I want to encourage women to go out and walk with a piece of stick, or it could be a piece of
But
metal.
Shervon, what
remember
a piece
the
of
old-
stick could do for me?
No, but hold on. You remember the old people long ago? You remember when they used to go out and walk? They always had a piece of stick in their hand.
I still
still
see
see it. Why you
some
think they do it?
elderly women for dogs. I
For
think they hold
dogs
it in
and
case.
to defend themselves.
Oh.
Yeah.
But when a man comes up against a female body, men are naturally stronger. You're not
Yeah.
born with the strength.
But
I'm
if you have that stick in your hand, it gives you the opportunity to lash out and scream.
Okay,
So you delay whatever you're doing by a few seconds.
I understand.
And
That's a point.
it's always good to walk in well-lit areas. Walk in places which is populated. Don't walk in isolated areas. Don't tell me you want to walk to Pigeon Point and you'll pass in the back road where there's no vehicles. You'll pass through the bush where nobody is walking.
Right. Now, Inspector, what about the consistency of the route? That's another thing we
Right.
tried to do.
Perfect. You read my book?
No, I didn't read your book, but one of the things about me, I've always been very security conscious.
It's always good to
Yeah.
change your route. Like me, when I go home, I don't pass the same place every day. I normally change my route. And it's always good to adapt that practice. If today, okay, so let's say we walk into Pigeon Point from the grocery station.
Right,
Today you turn right out of the station.
right.
Tomorrow you should turn left. The following day you go straight.
So no one can anticipate your every move.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good
Yeah.
point.
So it's always good to mix up your routes.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
You don't walk to VG every day. You probably walk to Monjiro and back to your home. The following day you walk to town, you go around town and you come back. You mix it up.
So before we wrap up our interview, Inspector, what is your position on cash? Because there's two sides to this coin. Some people are saying, walk with a little cash in case you are getting robbed. You don't, because some thieves, when they don't get cash, they get frustrated and they beat you up.
Yeah.
And then some people say, walk with some money to give them, at least a $20 or $40, so they don't feel like it's a waste of time, and then they beat you up. And then some say, don't walk with anything at all. So
I personally, when I go out walking, I sometimes walk with $5 or $10. The reason is sometimes I want to drink a coconut along the way. So I always walk with sometimes small. There's nothing wrong in walking, but do not walk with much more than you can lose. So if you're not walking, you put a little $10 in your pocket. So that you, as I said again, you probably get injured along the way. You could quickly board a bus or
Yes. True.
So it's
That's a
but
point.
one of the 3 points that I always leave with persons when I
Okay,
do those interviews.
so this is important, Inspector. So you said you're going to leave us with 3 points,
Right.
and I want our audience to really, hone in and listen to these 3 points.
All right, one of the first things that we, and I say we, including me, that we should, as we go throughout our daily life with the increase in the crime situation we are now, is to be observant. Be observant of your surroundings, right? Be observant of your surroundings. Trust your instincts. If something or someone doesn't feel right, get up and go. If you don't feel like walking down that road, don't walk. Remain calm. If you become a victim of a robbery, remain calm. All the robbers want is your money or whatever jewelry you have on you. If you're not able to fight or defend yourself, just allow them to take what they have to take. All right, remain calm, be very observant, and just be safe, be cognizant of your surroundings. Because right now we live in a cruel world, and there are a lot of perpetrators out there who pawns on innocent persons.
Well, Shervon, Inspector, thank you for coming to the show. I feel very safe with you in the house, so I might have to source one of the bedrooms for you to stay in.
No problem.
I really appreciate it. This information is welcome, it's timely, and I've learned a lot from you today.
No problem.
Right?
Yeah. So, I know you're a law-abiding citizen.
Well, I am a law-abiding citizen, but I have committed a little crime. But I can't tell you our family, but I can tell you.
You serious?
Yes.
No. I will have to arrest you.
You're kidding.
No, I'll have to
You're
arrest
my
you.
friend. Oh, you're gonna arrest me.
You need to stand.
You're kidding, right?
I'm serious. You need to stand.
Kendrick, you serious?
Yeah, man, I'm serious. You need to stand. Go ahead, behind your head.
What is this? You're kidding.
Anyway.
Family, thank you for joining us on another episode of Let's Catch Up with Sherani. I'll see you again soon. Kendrick, call somebody.